The Steelers offense ready to get back into gear. 4-0 through the first month of the season. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now a give, right side. Madden. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The Steelers are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
On third down, Madden. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on first and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Madden. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Second down, Madden, and he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. It feels pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 56 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Right back to him on first down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say,
On second down now. Madden. Oh, a heck of a move. Fights through and now a crease. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On second down, Madden, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already cruised past. On first down, Wilson. That's to the veteran. It's Robert Woods. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. Madden. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. There was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 5. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Wilson now off the bootleg. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks.
And they'll send Pickens in motion right here. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. Madden, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partners. So if you can get past that.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. 183 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Madden. There he goes, left side. Now he's into the clear again. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Up the middle they go. Madden. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. Madden. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute...
And the Steelers set to take the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Steelers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. So it's a high 5 for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does it. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. And that now 6 rushing touchdowns for him. And that ties him with Alvin Kamara, who on Christmas Day of 2020 also went for 6 touchdowns. And this is quickly turning into one of the great individual performances in NFL history. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. They'll keep it on the ground. Madden, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. Madden. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. First down. Madden. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Madden. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players